Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a girl BeckyTrends. It's a story time. Today is not about makeup. No, I have a life. I have my past. I have a journey. So today it's story time. But what should I really talk about? Anything interesting, like my real story. In 2015, yes, this was my journey. I was in Uganda, we don't have jobs. Most of the percentage is not employed. So I wanted to go to Dubai as a housemaid, of course. By that time, maybe you should just put in 1 million Ugandan shillings. So my mom was like, you know what? You have to try. You have to go to Dubai and work. But that period, Dubai it wasn't something simple. Hey, my dear, if I tell you, I really got a visa from an agent, I don't know, whatever. So I had to go and work as a housemaid. All right. But that decision wasn't easy for me because at that time they could take girls for human trafficking, something like that. Like they could take you there, they make prostitution, but it's by force, it's not your decision or something like that. So that was the period. Me and my mom were so scared, and my family, of course. But I said, let God be into my journey. I'm gonna go there. I will try. So before going, my mom, mommy, I love you so much. My mom had to put a paper, he wrote a number, not even one number, he wrote her number, maybe my sister's number, maybe a friend's number. Like he had to put a list, and he put a paper, small one. He just had to wrap it so tight, and then he had to put something like a polythene bag. Yeah, she just grabbed somewhere, and then he had to cover the paper in a polythene bag, so the paper would be waterproof, just in case, so the contacts could be safe. So that time I said, I'm gonna put on dreadlocks, these dreadlocks, because I heard they stay for a long time. So since I'm going to Dubai, these people don't know about hairstyling, let me just make dreadlocks. So I made dreadlocks, and my mom had to put that paper, a small one, behind somewhere inside my head, and then I had to make a puff, Here we go, I traveled. So that paper is just emergency. In which something happens, I will just grab that paper, I get the contact number, I call someone from Uganda for help. Point of correction. So I reached Dubai. I think I passed through Kenya. Yes, I passed through Kenya actually. I reached Dubai. I stayed at the office for almost 2 days, and then my madam came for me. So this lady came for me. No, my madam did not come for me. My boss sent a driver to come and pick me up. So the driver came very late, and he picked me up. And this driver is a man. He can't speak English, nothing. Maybe he speaks Arabic, but by that time I was new in Dubai, I don't know nothing. So I was like, oh my God, please protect me and lead me through this journey. I go into his car, and we drove for a long time because I was in Dubai, and then we had to go to Sharjah. That's where my boss was staying. It was a really, really long journey anyway. And I was so scared, thinking maybe this guy will park somewhere because it was full of mountains and all of that. There is no people walking on streets, nothing. It's like, oh my God, please. I just had those fears, inside me because of what I hear about human trafficking and all of that stuff. So anyway, we reached, thank God, we reached so safely. And yeah, I had my separate room. So I went to my room. By that time, I had my small mobile, of course, but I had no SIM card. But I had my mobile, and I had hidden it somewhere so that my madam doesn't see. So the following morning, my madam gave me rules and things like what I have to follow and how I have to do my work. This lady, she had a big family anyway. She had 6 kids so far, very. And then she wanted 10. That's none of my business anyway. I was working, but I was alone. Yeah, I was alone. So I used to stay in my room, so bored, and she told me I'm not allowed to use mobile. I'm not allowed to use any WhatsApp. I only used to talk to my family only when I'm sending my monthly salary. Can you imagine, guys? In a new country, you're so far away from your family, but the only way you have to talk to your family is only once a month on this button cell phones, something like that. Not even a smartphone. So I had to hide mine, but it wasn't helping because it had no SIM card, nothing. So, but I used to see my videos, my family pictures, all of that, you know. And then, guys, I was working 16 hours a day. Yeah. I was working 16 hours every day. Yes. I used to wake up at around 5 a.m. because she had kids who could go to school, and the bus was around 6 a.m. The bus could come and pick them. So 5, I had to be ready to just wake up. I have to go, I have to check their uniforms, I put them where they're supposed to be, I have to cook tea and prepare breakfast and all of that. So that was my schedule. I have to wake up at 5 a.m. Kids have to go 6 a.m. and then I just start working until sometimes 10, sometimes 11. Yes, my jobs. I was a gatekeeper. I'm alone. I may be doing laundry, but they have to knock on the door, and in only a few minutes I have to open. If I delay to open that door, problem. If kids go to school, I have to arrange the house. I have to make laundry. They could change like 6 times a day. Like honestly, I have to cook. They had chicken. They had goats. They had rabbits. They had pets, these birds, small birds, you know, these birds full of colors and all of that. It's all my responsibility. I have to feed the pets, the goats, the chicken, the rabbits. I have to change their where they sleep. If it's dirty, I'm the one to clean, you know. But they had flowers all over the compound. It was big, maybe like 20 flowers or trees or something like that. So I have to water them every day, morning and evening. I have to water them. I have to move the pipe one by one by one by one. The pipe wasn't having much pressure, so I just put the pipe, and then you have to wait until that, like the water is enough, and then you shift it, something like that, guys. So my jobs were really a lot. I could work from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. From 11 until 10, guys. I'm not sleeping, I'm just working non-stop. They used to have lunch. I could cook, they should have lunch. They could go and sleep. You know, that evening sleeping or something like resting. Me, I'm still working. I was working. I couldn't sleep, nothing is not allowed. Housemates, I really salute you. I really do. I feel you. But I'm sure one day, God is gonna answer all your prayers. One day. Housemate, I really feel you.
Life kept on going on like that, and then it reached an extent when I really couldn't. I used to cry every night. I could just pray to God. I could not hear from my family. I could work and I just rest like 6 hours. is it 6 or 5? And then I have to wake up and suffer for the whole day. And that time I was getting only 800 dirhams. Maybe that's 700,000 Ugandan shillings only. So guys, I was like, I tried to ask the lady for the mobile in which I can reach my family. Maybe it would help me. She was like, no. After 2 years, I will allow you to have a mobile. And you came here only to work. You don't even have that time for the mobile. I'm like, okay, mom.
I tried to work for I was trying to make 3 months. I couldn't guys. I was so exhausted. I was in depression. I could just cry every day. Nobody could care because I'm just staying alone. So the good thing, really, God fights for the people. You know, this lady had a lot of chicken, and it was all my responsibility. And that chicken, she's not even eating it. She was just feeling good when she's having chicken at home, like making a little bit of poultry, chicken, goats, rabbit. But the chicken were more, you know. So God had my prayers and my cry. These chickens started dying one by one. They didn't die. They were just disappearing one by one. So that was a big issue for me also. But she had nothing to claim, you know, because I wasn't also noticing that chickens are missing one by one.
It happened again and again and again and again, and then until when the chicken really missed a lot, like we could see the number is just very less. So she started asking neighbors all about that. They told my madam that maybe I have a Bengali or I have a man I'm bringing inside the home, but that wasn't even real anyway. They were just assuming. So one day there is one big animal. It used to come and jump from the fence and come inside, and it could take the chicken. But anyway, I really thank God because the chicken, at least I had no responsibility about it anymore. Like God just made it for me. Yeah, because she wasn't eating the chicken as well. She just wanted to see the chicken. They had a lot of money. She could buy different chicken, and this one only for drama, you know. So I thank God for that.
I was really feeling like I really miss my family a lot. And the kids had these coins, you know. If they have money, they don't care about money. So I'm a good person anyway. I'm not trying to, don't mistaken me, you know. But the coins, the kids had these coins, you know. I'm being frank, huh? These are the things I do. So those coins I could collect one by one. Little, because the kids, they don't care. They have a big bowl of coins they take every day at school. So these ones from only their uniforms, I try to collect one by one. But I don't even know how much is it. I'm just collecting. So I collected maybe how many coins? Maybe like 20 coins or 15, something like that. And then I went to the cold store, but it was a bit far. So I had to walk, putting on my scarf and everything, trying to walk and go to the cold store. When I reached the cold store, the guy is not even speaking English. So I went with that small mobile for the button. It was for my madam. By that time, they were not there. They used to go out every day. I used to stay home, no problem. So I went with that mobile for my madam at the cold store. And then I told the guy, like I made actions because they could not even understand what I'm saying. They couldn't speak English, nothing. So that guy maybe gave me STC, maybe. He recharged it on my mobile, so I left. So I had to walk. When I walked, cars could stop on me, but I would just rush, walk. And then suddenly the following day, my madam, I don't know who, but somebody tried to know where the woman, the black housemaid who was walking on the street, where is she from? Like from which house? Boom! They came to my madam. They told my madam, I think it's your housemate. She went somewhere at the cold store. We saw her. Oh my God. Guys, I denied, but it wasn't making sense. So they went to the cold store. They had to ask the guy. Of course, the guy is speaking their language. So when they asked the guy was like, yeah, she came here and she gave us money, so we recharged credit for her on the mobile. Oh my God. By that time, I had called my mom, and also the mobile is in Arabic. I just have to put only the number, even if it's call, end the call. I can't read. It's all written in Arabic, guys. So, of course, they told them the truth. So they had to sit me down. It was really a big issue. They told me you're not allowed to go anywhere. Where did you get the money? But that wasn't a big issue because it was very few. Like the money was so less, you know. So they were like, you don't have to do that. We are taking you back to the office. I'm like, oh. But they really wanted my work because I was really hard working so much. And they just left it. My madam and the husband, they just left me. Yeah, you know. And after maybe 1 month, I said no. I can't take this anymore. Since you're treating me like a slave, what's going on with the lights? Since you're not treating me like a human being, even if I came here for money, I really have a family and I have a life. The truth is, I'm not happy and I want you to take me back to my country. Period. I'm not working for nobody. I really don't know what's going on with my lights. I'm not working for nobody, nothing. I just want to go back to my country. Period. So, anyway, guys, so I told my madam, you know what? Since you're treating me like a stranger, like a slave, I have a life. I'm a human being. I understand I came here for money. I have responsibilities, but I have a life as well in my country in which I just need to communicate with them, you know. It was very tough for me. So I felt like I'm really losing my life. I was working, I reached an extent when I could faint. Because one day I just passed a, how do they say it? Please help me. My English is not good. I passed off. I passed on. Maybe. Let's go with that one. One day I passed on. Okay. One day I fainted. One day I fainted, guys. So I was like, now I either choose life or I choose money. I told this lady, you know, you will take me back to Uganda. Boom. So this is what happened. On that morning, she came to my room, she knocked on the door, and she came with her kids inside my room. She had to check me. Everything I have in my small bag. She could do like this, all the clothes, one by one. But you people really, God is so merciful. I had a mobile, and that time the mobile was in my bag. My madam and the kids were in my room checking everything, but God helped me to keep my mobile in my, under my pockets. I really managed, and she did not see me. God is really perfect. They are so they had to check everything one by one. I don't know what she was up to. I don't know what she was even checking anyway. Anyway, all I wanted is to go back to my country. It was a long distance. We went until we reached Dubai. When we reached Dubai, unfortunately, my agent was not in the office. It was Christmas season, so she had gone back for the holidays, like another country. So I said, wow, this is the right time. God is confusing them, you know. My madam told me, you know what, we have to go back to my home, and if this lady comes back, we have to come back. I said, no way, I'm not going with you. Hell no. I'm staying here. I was saying I was staying there, but that lady, the agent, wasn't there. Like the office was blank. Her table and everything was empty. My madam and the husband were so confused. They were like, what could we do? They waited. They tried to nag all those other colleagues of that lady, trying to whatever. I was like, I'm not going there. So there was a small police around there. I just had to carry my bag, small one. I went to police. I'm a very smart lady, but I like following rules, you know. Even if I know maybe I'm in a mistake, but I always want to follow rules, because I know at the end of the day they will fight for me. There is no bribing in Dubai, I guess, by that time. So I went to police. When I went to police, my madam and the husband had to just go back to their house, whatever. So I had to start over again, guys. This is the story when I'm at police. I was at the police. I stayed there. After 1 hour, after 30 minutes, I could see ladies starting to come. Africans, this one having a different case, this one having a different case, this one ran away, this one, she was raped, this one. So we gathered, like we were there at the police, like 5 of us. And then in the morning, the police had to take us inside their van. You know this van which is all shielded, something like, it was so scary. We started praying, we thought they are going to kill us, all of that, you know. They're just speaking in their language, they are very tough, rude. Oh, not even smiling, nothing. So we were like, yeah, we used to speak, maybe I had a Ugandan there, another one was maybe from Kenya, Uganda, I don't know. But we had all our problems, you know. We were all housemates, the things were not nice, all of that, you know. But we had the same issue. So the police took us back to the offices, like the offices. Those ladies, all of those ladies, their agents took them back inside. Only me. The police reached there and then they told the police guys that my agent is on vacation and my madam had left. So the police had nothing to do with me. God knew the right time for me to go back. I was always praying and crying and fasting inside that house every day. I could cry. I could tell God, so He knew how He can make me survive. Really. So only me, I survived again. The police had nothing to do with me. They just left me there. I took my baggage again to police. Again. I'm very stubborn, yes. If I stayed at the police alone. I could sleep on the floor every night. I just lay something like that down, maybe clothes. I could just sleep there. If it's morning time, I could go to the toilets. I brush the teeth, I clean myself, I come back, I just sit the whole day. If it's something like that, you know. So it happened like for 3 days. They were like, this lady, we really need to do something. Guys, I just had a visa copy. Just a copy. I had no passport, I had no card, nothing, identity card, nothing. But I just had that copy I used from the airport before. So I indicated it to the police guy. I gave it to him, so he had to see all the details.